Well, welcome to Toronto. Great to have
you.
you here. And thank you for the exclusive preview that we got this morning. Very exciting, and I can't wait to see the rest of the film already. But I want to ask you, when you have such a successful film like Frozen and all the awards it won and the accolades, how much pressure does that put on you and your team to say, okay, like we need to step it up for two?
Well, there's no question you're very aware of the success of the first film, and you really want to make sure you're not disappointing the fans. We take these characters very serious and this movie very seriously as well. The whole studio rallies behind the movie, so we want to make sure that we deliver.
Yeah.
But at some point, you just have to focus on the story that you're telling and let the characters evolve, and eventually it starts to tell you what it needs to be, and then that's the fun part, because now you're following the story that is dying to be told, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah, what was the main thing I think that you guys were really focusing on, especially in terms of the relationship between the sisters?
Well, we know that the first film ended happily ever after. Elsa's not hiding her powers anymore. The kingdom is safe. And they have their family, their new families all together. But we also look at it that, now what? It's sort of like graduating college.
Yeah.
It's what's the next phase of your life, and what is your purpose in life? And as we looked deeper into that, we realized there was more story to tell. And also, were there things that happened in the past that we see from a different point of view that maybe give Anna and Elsa an understanding of the past that's different than what either they grew up with or what we know as an audience.
Yeah, and then of course you get your terrific voice cast back that we all know and love. But at D23 just recently there were some new people announced, and we have Sterling K. Brown, who couldn't be hotter at the moment,
Yes.
and Evan Rachel Wood. Can you
Yes.
tell me a little bit about their characters?
Well, Evan Rachel Wood plays their mother. There is a flashback at the beginning of the movie where we see young Anna and Elsa interacting with both their father and with their mother, Aduna, and Evan Rachel Wood plays that. She has a song that she sings to them early on in the movie. It's a beautiful lullaby written by Bobby Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez.
Yeah.
And then Sterling K. Brown is a very strong character who is actually in the prologue. He is the lieutenant to the then king, their grandfather. And then when we get to the Enchanted Forest, which has been locked for many years, he and others have been trapped in the forest, and we get to meet him with Anna and Elsa.
Very exciting. And you just mentioned, that Evan has a song. Of course she would. She has a great,
Yes.
fabulous voice. But, listen, Let It Go is such a song that that's the only thing you think about when you think Frozen. You think Let It Go. What an amazing, amazing song that is. And now you've got the same songwriting team writing
Yes.
new music for this. I can't even imagine anything better, but I'm sure you guys have topped that too.
Well, they've written 7 incredible songs. Adina has 2 songs in the movie. Elsa has 2 songs in the movie. They're both very powerful songs. But they've also written some fun comedy songs.
Yeah.
They've written some deeply emotional songs. I think I think they've outdone themselves in creating the second wave of songs from Frozen.
Can't wait. Now, of course, Josh Gad I can't imagine any other actor playing Olaf. I mean, he is just fantastic.
Yes.
How much ad-libbing is that guy allowed?
He helped us really develop the character for the first movie, and that continues on this movie. He brings a lot to the recording session. He is allowed to ad-lib. And we use it because sometimes it's comedy gold. But he's also a great collaborator. He knows when to get sincere as well. So
Yeah, Jonathan Groff too. I mean, it's the casting cannot be better.
it's perfect. Yes.
It is. It really
It was fun
is.
to see them all on stage together.
That
was a rare treat for us and for them, actually.
Yeah, I can just imagine. And also, you were mentioning that you got to do a lot of extensive research for this, and you got to travel to Iceland. We saw some beautiful footage. How instrumental is that to you in putting that into the film?
The research trip is helpful on so many levels. It's helpful just in terms of the environment. We're not trying to create a realistic world, but a
Sure.
believable one. But in terms of we're taking the filmmakers for 2.5 weeks, and we are living the movie and imagining the movie 24 hours a day in these environments, and it really does unlock a lot of creativity. And then we discovered the contrast between Norway and Iceland really led us to the realization that Anna's more of a fairy tale character at home in Norway, and Elsa's actually more of a mythic character. And we had done that in the first film and hadn't quite realized it, that they actually have two different types of personalities. And so that really helped us in the development of the second film as well.
Fantastic. Well, we all can't wait for Frozen 2. And yeah, listen, I've seen the show on Broadway too, which is just, I don't know how you guys just keep doing better and better. Thank you so much for everything, and what a pleasure to meet you and talk to you. Thank you, Peter.
It's been a pleasure.